lot of these practices. Eventually, we're working toward building toward a lot of those situational drills. Like, what's these early days like as you move toward those?
Yeah, it's really building a base right now, trying to install our system in all three phases: special teams, offense, and defense, and trying to bring the young guys up to speed, the new veterans up to speed. Any tweaks that we've done with our system to make sure we tighten things up, and we get to go out after having really the last few weeks of phase 1 and phase 2 primarily the focus on in the classroom, been able to now come out and go through drills and get into the fundamentals that we're going to look to have this year and be good at, and get to put it all together. So, like I said, 2 days into it, good start.
Jack, what does Calvin Johnson bring in out here when he's out here in an advisory role?
Yeah, well, it's great to have him out here. Obviously, a very accomplished player. He's got a great relationship with Todd Downing, and Todd invited him out. I thought it'd be a great idea for our wide receivers to just pick his brain, have him be around, and give us, a point here or there, and talk about some of the things that he did so well in his career and how we might be able to have some of our guys learn from that. So he's really here as a guest, and it's great to have him out here.
Amari maybe hasn't finished as strong as he started over the last couple of years. The first year he was obviously hurt, but was there anything that you saw on tape or anything you'd like him to maybe focus on to maybe keep him going later in the year? Is it mental? Like, what's the key there?
No, I think as you mature, continue to grow, certainly there are things that we think we can do to help, but also for him, I think he has a much greater understanding. I thought last year was a step forward. And I know he wants to continue to push. So it's great when you have a young, talented player that's really eager to be special, wants to make a mark in this league, and the way he's working at it right now is outstanding. So that's all we want of our guys: come in every day and express themselves and be full of energy and try and work at something, be a little bit better at something. And there are a lot of different facets to him, where his speed is really one of his greatest strengths. Obviously, his route running ability was pretty doggone polished when he got here, but even that can continue to improve, and the timing with Derek. So, we think he'll continue to ascend.
With Marshawn, is kind of plan just to ease him in a little bit physically? Or?
Yeah, he's doing great. He's doing great. He'll continue to do the things that we're asking him to do, and he's really soaking up the system, and he's doing a great job fitting in.
So why he didn't have the helmet on today? He's just kind of more of not an observer, but like you said, soaking it in.
Yeah, he's coming along. He's doing great. So yeah, we've got no issues there. He's been here like he said he would be here. Really committed. He said, "Coach, this is home for me. So it's not like I'm going home and I won't be here." So he's committed to being here. He's excited to be a Raider, and we're excited to have him.
There'll come a time when Garyon faces guys like Amari and Crab and all those over the course of the offseason. So far, as you ease him and also the other rookies, what has Garyon shown on the field?
Well, he's really gifted. He's got a great demeanor. I think he's, I would say, similar to Coop, that he's, he doesn't say a whole lot. He's really more about business, but he's a student of the game. He's the kind of guy that wants to know, very bright, and is picking up things quick, and he's very gifted. But all of our young guys are going to earn their way. We've got a good football team. We're going to let them earn their way, and we'll let them compete. And we're early in the competition, and so we'll just go through the offseason and continue to get him involved and get him reps. And these guys will ascend and take their positions as they earn it. But we're really happy with the way he started.
What do you think that does for him to not be with the ones right away, but to see how those veterans at corner are doing it and go about it? Those mental reps, are those valuable for him?
Yeah, I think for him, he just wants to play. So whatever we'll expose him to, he'll take full advantage of it and go compete and do the best he can. So, but no, we're pleased with the way the group is working, and he in particular, he's been impressive the way he's attacked his work.
Last offseason, Mario had to spend so much time getting himself healthy. Mm-hmm. What do you see out of him now, kind of was able to go into the offseason after dealing with the injury last year, was able to go into the offseason healthy? What do you see out of him now?
Yeah, that's exactly what I see. I mean, he loves the game. Mario loves to play football, and for him to be healthy right now and be with his buddies, with his teammates, I think it's huge for him. And he's, we missed him last year. I mean, he's an impactful player, and he's getting himself ready to have a real big year for us.
Just ready to, do what Coach Reggie said, to show that I'm ready to be a dominant player and pick up where I left off before I got hurt.
Was there anything at all about what you went through last year that is a positive for you? Did you learn things about yourself? Was there anything about it that was not negative?
Really just focusing on, things. Everybody wants to go in and do all the big weights and all that stuff, but paying attention to the little things. The small muscles control the big muscles, so just learning my body a little bit more, learning, what to eat to keep the weight off me and things like that, just really paying attention to stuff like that.
Do you find that you really value being healthy and being able to be yourself out there?
Definitely. There's a difference when, you just don't want to practice and don't want to play or whatever, and then when you actually can't go out there and do it. It just makes you hungry to get back and go out there and compete with your friends.
Any aspects of your game that you've devoted this offseason to really focusing in on and improving?
Pass rush. Really just trying to get more pass rush, get off the ball, penetrate, things of those natures. I think I played the run pretty good, but just focusing on the other side, just pass rush.
But just explosion?
Yeah.
What in your training have you done to kind of focus on that?
Lots of squats, a lot of lower body, a lot of running, sand pit work, things of that nature.
Do you do your training here, or off-season do you go somewhere else?
I go here in between here and Tallahassee with my dad at Florida State.
Anything that he said that resonated with you so far?
He just gave me some really good tips on like how I can run some of my routes. I won't, but yeah.
When did you know he was coming in?
Yeah.
Before or when you got here yesterday?
I knew the same yesterday. I know.
What was your reaction when you saw him here?
First reaction, he's huge. So he's a big receiver. I can understand why they called him Megatron, and he definitely lives up to that.
Any part of his game that you patterned yours after coming up when you looked up at him, or was it just kind of a different thing?
Man, I think he's a different receiver than I am, obviously, but I really admire the way he high points the ball, and that's something that I try to do as well.
Are there any noticeable differences now that you have Todd kind of running the show as the offensive coordinator over Bill? Anything that you see different with how they go about it?
I mean, of course they have a different personality, but for the most part, everything is, a lot of things are pretty much the same.
Yeah.
You talked about wanting to tweak the offense, not necessarily overhaul it. Are there some of the tweaks though that you've seen where you're like, okay, he's putting his
Yeah, he's
touch
made
on?
some small tweaks. Definitely bringing his style, a little bit of his style to it, but overall, it's kind of the same.
How would you describe his style? What is Todd Downing's style, you think?
I don't want to really.
Fair enough.
What's it like to finally be out there?
Catching passes from Derek again, obviously not having him at the end of last year was tough, but what's it like just to be able to see him back out there and 100%?
It's really cool. He's healthy now. He looks great. He looks normal.
Donald was talking about how bitter taste from the way last year ended, and said that probably won't go away until the season opener. Do you still have that? Is that still bitter taste, or have you gotten over that? How do you approach that?
Yeah, of course. I mean, it was the last game we played in. I mean, in the grand scheme of things, the last game we played, we lost. So, of course, it still has a bitter taste to it. So.
Who's a better interview, you or Marshawn? You guys talked about interview skills yet?
God, jokes.
Now, what does Marshawn bring to this team, though?
Physicality. His physical back, man. It's nice to, have his presence there. Just the energy he'll bring to the team, the attitude he'll bring on Sundays.
You feel it already?
Yeah, I do.
His smile out there, it's hard to ignore. Is that fun to just see a guy that is having so much fun out here doing what he's doing?
I mean, he's a good spirit, He's cool to have around, a really cool person.
You said Charles Woodson a couple of years ago and now Marshawn. I mean, those two guys may have as much credibility as any players in this league. What does that add to a team when you have a guy like that on your team?
Guys like that, you just watch them. You see how they go about their day. Especially like with Charles, I used to watch him a lot. He was a really hard worker. He was always in the weight room, always getting treatment. So Marshawn, he's the same way. I just watch him because there's a reason why those two guys are so successful in this game. So
Have there been any changes to how you've gone about your off-season work? Anything different than maybe what you've done in the past?
Yeah, I seek advice all the time. My rookie year, when I was fortunate enough to go to the Pro Bowl, I asked Adrian Peterson, like, when did he start working out? What was his, how did he go about his off season? And I tried to pattern after him a little bit.
You've had two of the most successful back-to-back years any second year, 2 years any receivers had coming into the league. But each of the last 2 years, there was a little bit of a tail off in terms of numbers. Is there anything that you've done this offseason to approach that aspect?
Yeah, of course it's been on my mind, but it's a good thing to me because I feel like I can go nowhere but up. I know that I can have, a lot more production than I've had in the past 2 seasons. So we'll just see.
You're obviously rookie year. Toward the end of the year, you were not totally healthy. Was it the same kind of thing last year?
There's no excuse there because every player in the last 8 games has some sort of injury. You just play through it and you try to do the best for your team.
You talk about always trying to move up and get better. What's it like to see yourself now named to the NFL Top 100 and how you've watched yourself grow? What other goals you have going into year 3?
Yeah, I have a lot of goals that I like to keep to myself, but it's good to be named top 100 player by your peers. It's just a really cool thing.
What aspects of your game, each offseason you probably focus on specific themes a little bit more than others. This offseason, what's it been for you?
Just the little details. It's easy to forget the small things like high pointing the ball, or things like looking the ball all the way through and not trying to run before you actually catch the ball. And just overall, just working hard in the offseason so that you can come back and you can be.
Oh man, it's good. I know Marshawn for a long time, man. I really wanted to get him here. I'm glad he came and we got to get everything done. But he's a great addition to us. It was tough losing Tay. I'm proud of him. I'm happy for him though. But it's tough losing Tay. But Marshawn coming back, got a year off, looking great, feeling great. He's bringing a lot of energy here, a lot of momentum, and it feels good to have him here.
How do you those stretching periods where it's you and Seabass and Marshawn, the conversation must be?
Oh yeah, me and Marcellus always talk about playing against each other, playing with each other all the time, hanging out and stuff. And now it's finally happening. But we're just having fun out there, joking around, having fun. I don't know y'all know Marshawn. When he does talk, he's a pretty funny guy. He's pretty full. He's a fool. So we over there having fun, just getting ready to get stuff started. We're back out here in OTAs, man. We got a lot of excitement. We left with a bad taste in our mouth. So guys are excited. We're working hard. We're excited to be out here. It's not like we're out here like, oh, nah, we're out here like, yeah, let's go,
What is like Calvin Johnson hanging around?
Man, Calvin cool, man. I saw him yesterday, man. I asked Calvin, I said, hey, Detroit still got your rights if you came out of retirement? He was like, man, they ain't gonna let me go nowhere. But it's good because, I see him over there talking with Coop, Crabtree and some of the young guys. And, man, Calvin one of the best that did it. So having him out there picking those guys' brains and giving them advice and stuff is great.
How long did it take to get that bad? Talk about the bad taste. How long did it take to get that out of your system?
When's the first game? When is it? September what? Probably when that whistle blows and we get to get out there and hit somebody else and get it going again, But the good thing is when you got that bad taste in your mouth out here, it makes you work harder. It makes you put in that much extra work because that taste is still in there. You don't want to have that taste again. So, it's good having it now because we're working hard. We're putting in that much work, that much more work.
We never really got to talk yet in the season, but to put in all the work you have over the years and not being able to play in that playoff game for you and Derek to both be out of that game, how difficult was that?
Man, that's a sour subject, man. Really only want to talk about it so much, man. But it was tough, man. It was very emotional. If I was accustomed to missing games before, it might not have been that tough. But I've never missed a game before, high school, college, anything. So that was tough. It was real tough, but. I'm trying to do everything possible to make sure that doesn't happen again. So I can be out there helping my team, man. Me and Derek Minson was a big piece of our offense. So, I'm going to try to make sure I can do everything possible so that doesn't happen again. But, man, it's hard to even explain how tough it was because it was that tough,
What was your reaction to seeing all these offensive weapons come in? Jared Cook and, Patterson and Newhouse and guys like that. This offense, which is already pretty good, just kind of keeps loading up and loading up.
It felt good, like you said, we got some great additions. Marshall, he could play anywhere on the O-line. Probably except for center, and he's very versatile. He's played a lot of football too. So we know what we got there. We know what we got there. We know we got a solid guy that come in and play any down, and then. I've been watching Cook for a long time, and our tight end room is already good, and bringing him in, it's just gonna open up more weapons for our great quarterback that we have, and it just looks good, and then, we had some great additions, man. I thought, Reggie did a great job in the draft again. These young guys out here, the first, second round pick, they look very good so far, and I'm excited to see them grow and progress.
You barely even gave up many pressures at all last year, let alone sacks. Do you still see yourself as an improving player for all the football you've played?
Oh yeah, one of the things about me is I'm my hardest critic. I'm my biggest critic. I'm hard on myself more than anybody else. I think that's what helps me to be great and be as good of a player I am. But I got a lot of work ahead of me. Being older and my age coming in my 12th year. I'm trying to work on make sure my quickness is there. I work on that a lot, during the off-season stuff, and make sure I keep my weight down. I'm gonna try to play about 5 pounds lighter than I did last year. Keep my quickness there. But little things like that. Make sure I take care of my body. Make sure I take care of my body so I can keep doing good. Because to be honest with you, I feel like hell Monday through Friday. I don't start feeling that good till about Saturday, Sunday. But as long as I'm feeling good on Sunday, we're gonna be all right.
Take what they give you. That all sounds good to everybody, but I always went the other way. We're going to take what we want.
Where I excel is ridiculous work ethic. While the other guy's sleeping, I'm working.